What's up? Patrick Kennison, Heaven Below, Lita Ford. Uh, Great career so far, huh?
Getting there. Still always a work in progress.
Right. Yeah. Wow. Wow. I know. I'm really familiar with you from Heaven Below, uh, as we covered it on our site RockEyez for a while and stuff like that. And you sent me some amazing packages through the mail. I think one was like a coffin-shaped wooden box or some kind of wooden box.
Oh
You,
yeah, we
you
go
sent,
all the way.
yeah, you sent that to me for Christmas actually, and that was
Awesome.
pretty cool. Pretty cool. Pretty cool.
Awesome.
So you're working on a new Heaven Below album?
We're juggling as usual. Right now, we're smack dab in the middle of Nikki Stringfield's second solo album, a full length.
Right.
And right as that's about to finish being recorded,
Right.
we're going to have a new Heaven Below album. But we're trying to work in like a best of Heaven Below, a special vinyl release. But vinyl is really tough to manufacture right now. Everybody's backed up. I've been on the phone today trying to get the vinyl put together. So we're juggling, but we do have some new material coming.
Right. Right. How many tunes you got done right now?
There are 15 Heaven Below songs fully written. Some of them are fully recorded, but we still need real drums and finals on about 8 of the songs. Right. So nowadays the demo is somehow morphed into the final. So technology has really allowed us to do that, but we got to treat it old school, like really making sure it's the final thing.
Right, right. How much different is it touring with Heaven Below compared to Lita Ford?
Lita Ford kind of has a red carpet everywhere. I'm not going to lie to you. It's cushy compared to some of my other friends that tour because, you know, it's the queen of metal.
Right.
So it is different. And there's a lot more old schoolers out there with Lita Ford, whereas maybe Heaven Below is considered more new. Right. So it is a difference, but just people showing up is all the difference I need.
Right. Yeah. Right. Tell me a little bit about this 2-disc set, Dos Diablos.
Dos Diablos, I'll tell you how that happened. We had toured our first Heaven Below tour back in like 2009 or 10. And we had a few CDs left over from the tour. Right. And then later we had another CD called Reworking the Devil. That was kind of a remix, kind of a re-record, different versions. Well, we're like, I think I told the guys, what are we going to do with these 2 devils, Countdown to Devil and Reworking the Devil? And then somebody said, oh, those are the Dos Diablos. And then we were like, oh, whoa, hold on. There's an idea right there. So we packaged those 2 albums together to make a one set. And we added bonus tracks and stuff. And we just called it Dos Diablos. And honestly, it is repackaged, but we're always making new fans. So it feels like a new album to people, even though it's not to us.
Right.
So that's how Dos Diablos came to be. The 2 devils got repackaged into one.
Cool. Now, probably one of my favorite tunes is When Daylight Dies. Amazing song. The video's cool when you're sitting there with the acoustic. I think you got like flame candle lights behind you or stuff like that.
Yeah, we did a vibe in the studio. Yeah.
I mean, that song like it's burnt in my memory. I think, you know, like, is that one of your favorite tunes or?
It is. I like it because it kind of wrote itself. Once the music was there, I heard the vocals in my head and they just kind of, some songs are hard to write. You got to unlock it like a Rubik's Cube. This one was not. It clearly had the vocals ready to go. I don't care if I wrote it or who wrote it. Even though I wrote it, it just kind of poured out and I just had it. It just kind of came out and that made it one of my favorites because I didn't have to sweat any of the lyrics or any of the parts.
Cool. When you tour with Heaven Below, what are some of the special moments that you miss from touring with Heaven Below compared to Lita Ford?
Heaven Below is, we don't have the back catalog or the history of Lita Ford. So we are, we'll try anything. We'll bust into a Pantera song at the end of the set and get somebody from the opening band or one of the other bands to come sing it if we feel like it. We'll do off the cuff stuff like that. Sometimes we'll do meet and greets where we do acoustic performances. I almost like anything kind of goes with Heaven Below within reason. I don't like to put provisions around a vision or try to act like somebody that has this grandmaster plan.
Right.
So I guess the off the cuff thing is what I miss when Heaven Below's not playing.
Oh, cool. Now, merchandise wise, you're like a merchandise fiend, you know, like I see a great merchandise too, by the way. You know,
Thank you.
I mean, where can people pick it up? Because I see it on your Facebook, I see it all over the place, guitar picks, everything.
It's always at heavenbelow.com. Even though it's all social media these days, you can still go to heavenbelow.com and get everything from us. And we look at the people who are new on our mailing list or whatever, or the people that have spent a lot of money. And when you buy something at Heaven Below, you get a lot more than just what you bought. You get whole pick sets, you get a whole sticker sheet, things that other bands might sell. We want to throw in for free because we don't take a fan for granted. We don't sit back and pretend that there's fans that are going to wait forever. We want to make sure that people open our package and go, holy crap, this looks a lot better than the last band I ordered something from.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. How are the fans different from Heaven Below to LITA Ford, or mostly basically the same or whatever?
It's funny. It does bleed into each other. The LITA fan Fords are more classic fans that ride Harleys, or they were there in the 80s.
Right.
Whereas the Heaven Below fans, classic for them is like Ozfest 2001, or classic for them might be, you know, something after Nirvana. Pantera is classic to them. And so I get it. It depends on when you're born and what you're exposed to. But I would by no means call the Heaven Below fans green or anything. They know all the good metal stuff too. So but it's starting to bleed in. We'll get people from LITA Ford's fan base to come see Heaven Below all the time. Right.
Now, would you ever think of maybe Heaven Below going out on tour with LITA Ford?
That would be amazing. That would be up to LITA. She did guest on one of our tracks, and we would love that. I don't know what it would mean politically, or I guess I would do double duty. So I guess I don't get to drink as much, I guess.
Yeah. Wow. Yeah, that'd be interesting. You know?
Absolutely.
Cool. Tell me a bit about Live in the Living Room.
Okay, so the pandemic hit and shook everybody's world, yours, mine, and everybody's. A lot of touring plans got canceled. And Nikki and I found ourselves at home. I wouldn't say we were bored, but we were like, now what? So we would wake up in the morning, drink our coffee, get dressed, get an acoustic on, and one of us would play, you know, something that sounded different on acoustic, like an Iron Maiden or a Judas Priest song that shouldn't be on acoustic. And then we kind of started working on it a little bit. So we would start to film these things, calling them couch jams. And some of them got viral, like the System of a Down one got like 1.5 million views without us trying to promote it. Some bands like Avenged Sevenfold would share these couch jams in their stories. The Iron Maiden one went crazy, and we said, holy crap, maybe we're on to something. So we did a bunch of them. And then we thought, you know what? What if we just release them all? At first, I wasn't sure because it's raw. It's not a studio recording with overdubs and perfection. It's pretty raw. It has a little looper pedal that does the percussion with my foot. And then I thought, screw it. Let's just put it out there. And I guess people in 2022 kind of appreciate raw. They like when there's no auto-tune or backing tracks. So maybe the timing of it feels right. And I did feel a little bit uncomfortable at first because I thought, well, I can fix that vocal. I can play this better. Wait, the mix. And then Nikki says, no. Let it be raw. Let people see us in our true form on the couch. And so I said, yeah, you mean like live from the living room? And then we said, well, okay, well, that's clearly going to be the name of the album.
Cool. Excellent. Tell me a little bit about We Sold Our Soul for Heaven Below.
Well, that word has been on T-shirts before, and we want to release like a greatest hits, like a best of album because everyone's always asking for vinyl and we haven't done it yet.
Right.
And I thought, well, rather than wait for a brand new album, what if we take our songs and just do like a best of, and we call it We Sold Our Souls for Heaven Below, and it comes in vinyl, and it could have like, maybe the fans could all have their picture in the artwork if they pre-order it. That's our latest idea. So we're going to try to make it to where every pre-order can upload a picture of themselves, and we'll make a mural of all the pre-order people inside the album. That's the latest thought. And so that is coming soon. We're not ready, but we're trying.
Right. Tell me, back in 2011, you toured with Jenny Lane. Can you tell me anything about that?
It was amazing. I was playing with a childhood hero. I remember seeing Warrant open for Motley Crue when I was in high school. And what a treat that I moved out here and I made friends with people, one of them being Janie's manager. And the next thing you know, I'm playing guitar with Janie, and he's at my place showing me, what parts to do the harmonies, and maybe this guitar part goes like this. And it was a great experience. But as people know, Janie kind of had a Jekyll and Hyde thing, and he struggled with some abuse. So I remember the gigs were either very perfect or sometimes they went off the rails. And wow, it was exciting when it was on the rails. It was exciting when it went off the rails.
Wow. What's your perception of Lita Ford? What can you tell me about her personally?
She's like a big sister to me. The Lita Ford that maybe people have invented in their minds from MTV, I mean, that stardom and that legendary vibe is there. But Lita Ford has a punk rockness about her, where she says, let's get on stage and fuck everything. Let's turn up loud and just play. And sometimes during the set, she'll decide, no, I don't want to do that song. Let's do something else. And I really like that about her. She doesn't try to fit into some mold of what people think she is. It's actually who she is a rock star that cranks up her amp, drink a shot with me on stage. And I think that's what makes her real. And that's part of why she's lasted this long. She's not faking anything.
Right. Yeah.
So she's the real deal.
Cool. Does she ever tell you stories about the Runaways at all?
Absolutely. Some that I could tell on your show, and some that I can't. I show her pictures sometimes from the internet. I go, look, it's you and the guys from Rush at the Rainbow from 1970 whatever. And she goes, oh yeah, I remember that. Those guys were cool, but they didn't party or anything. We thought they were dorky guys.
Wow. Cool. Yeah. Wow.
I get cool stories like that from her, and it's really fun to hear.
Right. Tell me a little bit about Bobby Rock, since he's a personal friend of mine.
I got to tell you, when I got the Lita Ford gig, of course, it's amazing to play with Lita. But when I walked into the audition and Bobby Rock was on drums, I'm a Vinnie Vincent fan. I have a Vinnie Vincent vinyl signed by all four members from when I was 14 years old.
Wow. And
I thought, oh my God, Bobby Rock's on drums. This is going to be amazing. And I was right. It was. Of course, Lita's great. And Bobby he's amazing. He's a vegan that doesn't annoy anybody with being vegan, like some of the ones we all know.
Right.
He's always about working out. He has a zen about him. He's able to really channel energies and positivity through the music. Even before we go on stage, we do a huddle like a football team, and we zen, and he puts us all in this mindset of get on that stage like it's the last time you'll ever do it. And it seems to make for great shows. And Bobby has that energy about him. And it's pretty cool coming from a drummer, because people think of drummers, they think of Tommy Lee being crazy. They think of, Travis Barker doing whatever. Bobby has all that stuff, but he's a Zen master within it. And that is, I think, just somebody who can control energy and direct energy, whether it be on a football field or on a stage. So I've learned a lot from him about that. You can't just be crazy everywhere. You have to focus and put it forward.
Right. He's a great guy. Like my daughter was starting to become a vegetarian and stuff like that. So I text Bobby and ask him for some recipes. You know,
Oh,
now he got his own package.
Yeah, he makes stuff on the road. He goes, here, try this, Holmes. And I'll try it. And I'll be like, that's amazing. He goes, there's no meat in that. Or here's a cake that tastes fattening with no flour or whatever.
Right.
You know?
Wow. He's really cool and really strict with the food. You know,
very much so.
Yeah. So when he came to town a while ago, we went to TGIF, and he actually had to have the chef come out to make sure, like, no butter, no this, no that, you know, and the food was amazing that he got. So, you know, I know, and he also has like a package now also that he sells and stuff like that, which helps vegans and people like that.
Oh yeah, the dragon dirt. That's a heavy hitter right there. He's got that dragon dirt going. Good stuff.
So what do you got cooking?
Oh, when it comes to food and stuff like that?
Yeah.
I'm a total redneck. I'm from San Antonio. I love tacos. I love these goofy drinks called the Truly. It's like a White Claw, but a little better. I love whiskey. So all that stuff.
Cool. What do you have coming up? Is the LITA Ford tour going to continue, or what's going to happen? And
yeah, we're
working
on
a
the
new
road
album
for all summer. We're barely home through July and August. But on Sunday, June 26th, Nikki and I will be doing our album release show for Live in the Living Room,
right,
at the Hard Rock in Hollywood.
Right. Wow, that's cool.
And we're excited about that. So Nikki and I are getting married on November 4th of this year.
Congratulations.
Thank you. Out here in Long Beach. I said, Nikki, we sell enough of these CDs, we can cover our whole wedding.
Cool. Excellent. Is there anything that I missed you'd like to talk about?
I'm just excited that we gain new Heaven Below fans every week. I see everybody on social media and through heavenbelow.com. I know it's a lot of people from LITA Ford, and that makes me feel so good. Right. And in this day and age of record companies not footing any bills, I think we are the most humble and the most excited and graciously excited that people still want to hear music. They don't need to go buy it at Target. They can stream it. But the fact that they can connect with us and we have this fan base that allows us to do all these projects, I always say not a moment goes by unappreciated. So all you fans out there, thank you for hitting, people sending us drinks on and off stage, sending us gifts. Man, it pinched me because I didn't know it would be like this in 2022.
Right. Yeah. What does it feel like when fans are waiting for you, like maybe hours, and just want to autograph or a picture? How's that make you feel?
It makes me feel amazing because I was that guy, when I met Ace Frehley when I was a little kid, and I know it's a big deal to them, and I don't want to disappoint people with anything, but I still got to be myself. Sometimes people will be like, how you doing? I say, I'm hungover and I'm tired, but I got to be honest with people, but I'm always myself, and people seem to appreciate that. I've never been into those rock stars that try to be mysterious and wear sunglasses in the club. Right. That's just a bunch of BS. Those guys don't deserve any of their fame. But those of us who have the appreciation for fans, we deserve it. Even Neil Peart from Rush wasn't very sociable, but he appreciated the fans. Right. So I think people are now understanding and into that with social media, whereas back in the MTV days, it might have been smoke and mirrors.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, wow. So we appreciate it. I love it. And I love signing stuff for people. And I'm real with them all the time.
Cool. Is LITA working on new material too?
She's got a brand new album. It's almost done being mixed, I think. It should be close to being done. And I don't even know if I'm allowed to say the title of it or anything, but I bet you it'll be out before the end of the year or maybe the beginning of the year. I think she's just figuring out all the politics industry thing on how it's going to come out.
Right. Cool. Well, Patrick, it was great talking to you. Congratulations on getting married.
Thank you.
Yeah. Would you like to say anything to the fans out there?
Thank you, everybody. I know people are already sending us gifts and whatnot, and we appreciate it. It took me many years to find my equal, and Nikki Stringfield is my equal. So I love it.
Cool. Congratulations. Thanks a lot, man.
Thank you, Brian.
Talk to you later, man.
Talk to you soon.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.